Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. So I'm filming this in the first week of October, and I've got some jujubes on my Li, which I consider to be as ripe as they're likely to get, and the sort of level of ripeness I like them. So I'm going to pick these. Just going to twist them off gently so we don't damage the stems if possible. Now, I normally like my jujubes when they're just light green, start to get these little brown patches on them. It's normally an indication that they're getting some sugars in them, but I don't like them when they've gone too far. Let's pick this one. This one's probably not going to be edible because it's a little bit small and it's a little bit too brown for my liking, but I don't think they're going to develop any more now. There's another one here that's again too brown, and I don't think they're going to develop any more this year because the weather's getting colder now. If I get this one in here. They're pretty limited in size. Joe's got much larger ones on his tree, but then he's got an in-ground tree that's obviously got a lot more energy going into developing the fruit than my one that's in a pot. I think I'll leave these here a little bit longer, but if you hold on, I'm actually going to do a tasting on these in this video as well. Hold on, there's one under here that's a good size. I'm going to pick that off because what I want to see is if they are at a level where they're edible. Now, what I've noticed is the skin has lost its sort of like roughness to it, and they've got a bit smoother. It looks a bit like a miniature Granny Smith apple. So I'm thinking that these are probably close to edible. So I'm going to take these back and cut them open in a minute if you hold on, and we'll do a little tasting on them. Let's put these on the table. The size of them, small, nothing like the size that Joe's jujubes were. I'd say his were almost double the size, but you can see a mix here. The largest one, I suppose, is about almost as big as a small walnut, but they will get much bigger if the tree was in ground and could put more energy into the fruit. But I'm going to give these a wash and we'll cut them open, and we'll also just try these small, much more brown one. Now you can let them go completely brown and wrinkle up, and then they get more of the longer they're left, the more of the date flavour they get, but I'm not that keen on a date flavour, so I'm going to give these a wash as they are, and then we'll try the couple of the larger ones and the small brown one and see if there's any sweetness in them and see if they're edible this year. If they are, it'll be the first year that I've managed to get a handful of edible jujube, but obviously as that plant establishes in that big fabric pot, it should be all right there for 3 or 4 years, and I'm hoping I'll get slightly better fruits as it gets more established. Let me pause the video and I'll flip the camera around. Okay, so I'm going to cut the smaller one in half with a knife so we can have a look inside it. They don't normally discolour inside, they just stay sort of a crispy green apple colour. Let's see what this tastes like. Too small, too sour. Not really edible, that one. Let's bite the other small one. No seed, of course, in it. It's not as sour or acidic as an unripe apple, but it's not pleasant. Now I'm hoping, however, that the largest ones, let's cut these in half. I don't expect them to have a seed in them, but it's possible they have because they're much larger. See if I can break them in half. Now this one looks possibly like it's got a seed in it, so let's see if this is hint of sweetness in it. With the temperatures dropping, I don't think they're going to get any riper. Edible, but nothing exciting. Try another one. Some people like them with a bit more brown on them, but I prefer them looking a bit more green apple like. Let's try this one. There's a hint of sweetness there. It's edible, but still disappointing. I mean, obviously I bought them in shops and they've been way better. Edible, but not where they need to be yet. Obviously I'm hoping next year the plant will be stronger. Still doesn't seem to have been cross-pollinated by the lang, and the lang hasn't set any fruits at all. I haven't figured that one out yet, but nevertheless it's recognisable now as a jujube, even if they haven't ripened properly. I might stick that in the fruit bowl, that one, and see what happens. There's another smaller one. You wouldn't split the fruit out, but you wouldn't go out in the shops and pay good money for them. It's survival food, but I know they can be better because obviously I've bought ripe jujubes and they're much sweeter. I think it's the age-old problem. I think it's to do with the maturity of the tree, and our climate is not warm enough at the time of year when they're ripening. Same trouble actually with persimmons, but as Joe has proved, if you get a large enough tree, well enough established, the tree has enough energy to develop the fruits properly and get the proper sweetness into them. But nevertheless, not a failure. Much better. I've never had them larger than pea size before, and that is not a bad size, but they really want to be at least 50% bigger than that, and maybe double the size, and then I think there's more chance of getting a better quality fruit. But we're going to see what happens next year, and we'll continue to monitor them year on year and see how they develop in the large fabric sacks I've got them in. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you found that of some interest. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Obviously you can share the video if you think anyone will be interested, and give me a big thumbs up, and subscribe. Press on the bell even if you want to know when new videos come out. I think that's eating those has made me tongue tied now. Must be the acidity in them. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video. Brett out for now.